everybody. This is Stephanie Krubsak with the Purevant Living Women and Wellness podcast. Today with me, I have Heidi Lehmann, Master Bra Designer at the Vibrant Body Company, over 30 years of experience in the industry, works for top leading companies, and holds a patent for the Vibrant Bra. So thanks so much for being here today.
Hello, good morning, Stephanie. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Definitely. And right now we're actually in the Vibrant Body warehouse. So we're surrounded by wonderful bras. And I'm actually wearing one today too. So, so let's talk a little bit about how we met.
Yes, actually we were introduced by our founder and boss, the big man in the background, Michael Drescher, who is an incredible man with a great vision. And I'm so happy to have met you through him. And we can talk about everything here in regards of Vibrant or my background and my message to the women all over the country and the world.
Yeah, definitely. I know you have a great story. And would you like to tell us a little bit more about your work as a designer?
Yes, so I've started off many years ago as a tailor actually in Germany. I was trained by one of the biggest and best companies in the industry. I have learned a lot from creating fabrics to sewing and designing and making pattern and development and working on all different kinds of models. I have worked all over the world in Europe for all different kinds of markets there, as you can imagine, from east to west and north to south. In Europe you have all different kinds of ethnic groups already there and different body types and different cultural backgrounds. And then in Hong Kong at the time, in the office at Triumph, we worked for mainly the Japanese market, which was very high-end and very orientated in performing shapewear garments. And then I worked finally here in America, where basically everything came together. And since 11 years now, or 12 years, I'm a freelance designer, and I've worked for all different kinds of bigger companies, smaller startup companies, mainly women with fabulous visions of garments they wanted to create and start a new line because they couldn't find it in the market.
That's great. So you're definitely filling the gap for what's needed.
Yes, exactly. As unfortunately, the bra hasn't really changed since over 100 years, except in regards of materials. They invented lycra or some kind of a spandex, actually elastomer, to make it stretchy. In the old days, they cut woven fabrics bias to achieve kind of a natural stretch or mechanical stretch around the body. And then they invented the underwire, which was, of course, maybe not such a great idea.
Not very comfortable.
Exactly. And this is how we ended up with women nowadays wearing more or less underwire bras, especially here in America, on top padded, which is not always a good idea. Overheating your breast, creating restrictions. So here at Vibrant Body Company, I was finally able to do what I always wanted to do. Michael Drescher, as I said, a great visionary, let me do what I always wanted to do and create this really fabulous ergonomic designed bra, the Vibrant Body Bra.
And I know you mentioned earlier that you actually work directly with a doctor, a chiropractor in kinesiology, and you do muscle testing and you really study how the bra fits on women.
Yes, when I work with Dr. Joe, a very dear friend of mine, we either during the development process of a bra, or if women come and try to find their ideal fit and style, we have worked together very successfully while he does the muscle testing, first in the sternum area and then in the spine area to find compromising and restricting areas, or then on the shoulders where you have your muscle tissues there that's often compromised and restricted from blood flow, or then the underwire areas at the side, depending on how your rib cage is shaped, and especially in scoliosis cases, we were able to help women to identify a better fit for them or a better garment, or we're just helping them to get better.
So when you are designing the bra, do you bring in like women of different sizes and do this kind of fitting with them and kind of testing so you kind of know how to design the end product?
Yeah, exactly. We have we have always a variety of women in different sizes and different body types where we test and fit the garment in order to see where we need to correct the pattern, for instance, during the development process. Absolutely, yeah. And I can see or feel on the body of the models or of the women what needs to be corrected or what is really good. And of course, I always value their experienced feedback. And during those processes, very often I have trained my own fit models. I hardly ever use any industry models. They have been trained by other designers in other companies in a different way I'm not necessarily agreeing with. And so does Dr. Joe. And we have our own group of women we use, and they know exactly what we are looking for, and we get fabulous feedback from them. And it's all about health and comfort and wellness. Very successful.
I think that's really great because I feel like a lot of bras today are more like cosmetic and they're not actually for benefiting your health. And you have this collaboration with healthcare professionals that you're bringing this to women. So I think that's very appreciated.
We have, for instance, on our board here at Vibrant, we have a brilliant heart surgeon, Dr. Eric Weiss. He's here from Milwaukee. Very, very successful, very, very smart, lovely guy who is all about women and hearts, and especially loves our bra that is so restricting and compromising, and is rather supporting and helping your body to engage.
That's really great. And I know you mentioned too that working in these different industries, different countries, and coming here to the U.S., kind of bringing it all together, and that's really helped having that background to see women of different sizes, different ethnicities. You want to talk a little bit more about that, coming to the States and working for Vibrant?
Yes. A very good point. In my career, I have seen all different kinds of body types, exactly, because women, depending on where they come from, have a different shaped rib cage. They have different shaped breasts or different set of their breast base, lower or higher, and depending on all those variables, women prefer one or the other type of a supportive shapewear garment, as the bra is, and I have learned so much, and I can really address now in my new designs, and even in my old designs, I always kind of looked at that, and had to just work, according to those guidelines. But for the future, I definitely see how we will absolutely address all those needs that are right now totally neglected in the market.
And this is kind of what you just mentioned, but what are some of the initiatives you are working on to help with that?
Yeah, we definitely, this is just a new company here, Vibrant, and I'm working recently on currently on expanding our size range. We definitely want to cover all the more of the petite size range clients, going into 28, 30 and 32 band size, for instance, in the traditional sense of sizes, and A-cups. A-cups are completely underserved, and they absolutely deserve a beautiful, comfortable bras, which makes them look fabulous in outerwear. Very often you see those women are struggling really in getting the look they want, filling out that blouse or filling out that dress and make it look more even or more proportioned to what our standards are, and then definitely going into bigger sizes without losing the integrity of our patented design. I want to keep that a vibrant heart inside, the technology, basically, the vibrant technology, to definitely ensure that also the bigger sizes for an E and an F cup probably are absolutely well taken care of, and they feel fabulous.
That's great. Yeah, offering something for any woman of any size.
Exactly. A huge variety of sizes, definitely, and all different kinds of colors and materials and laces and different thicknesses of the bra. This is the base for a beautiful new line, and I'm working hard on it to absolutely make sure everybody gets what they love. And we're going to get into maternity bras, athletic wear, and women already wear our bra for yoga and exercises. Back in Germany, where I come from, at my sister's farm, they even use it when they hop on their horses and hop along, through the woods. And
Oh, wow.
the
Okay.
girls are well taken care of. They love it. They absolutely love it. Exactly.
That's great. I know. I wear mine doing yoga, actually. So.
Yeah. No horse has complained so far that they got smashed by some boobs. They're really nice, yeah. And then definitely going into mastectomy as well, because this is again a very underserved market, and especially women who are going through an ordeal like this, they need something really delicious, really yummy, and really beautiful on their tortured skin and traumatized bodies. With radiation, getting thinner skin, or biopsy scars, or in general scar tissue. I've seen it. I've spoken to so many people last year at our pop-up store in Venice and the design lab in California, Venice Beach. I have spoken and measured and fit probably at least another 500 women from all different kinds of areas all over the world, different body types, different ages, up to 90-year-old ones, starting from probably 13-year-old ones, beginners, and I've seen lots of scar tissue as well. They were all very happy, and they all loved it, and they pointed out the comfort and the softness and how light the bra is.
Yeah.
They don't feel anything. They put the t-shirt on and they feel lifted. I get the boobs in an area. Exactly, the girls
Right
in
position.
an area, exactly, where they love it and where it's supposed to be in order to look really fabulous.
Do you want to talk more about the fabric you use? I know that's important, how you source that it's a little more like natural, like free of chemicals, things like that.
Right. So we are saying at Vibrant that we are basically the first clean bra. You can have lots of toxins in nature and being organic too, like lead. Lead is natural, or whatever, poison ivy is natural, but it's not necessarily good to put it on your skin or get it
No.
into your system, because once it's on your skin, it's in your body. Especially with the most porous areas of the body, like the areola, nipple area, direct entrance into your body. Or then we're absolutely proud of our beautiful first layer, silk modal tops, and the chemis and the bottoms, really beautiful, cooling when it's warm, and warming you when it's cold. Silk is one of the most intelligent fabrics, or fibers. And for the bra itself, all the materials and everything we are using is clean. That means it's OEKO-TEX 100 certificated, and it's just created to the highest European standards. We have banned close to 1,500 questionable substances in Europe, and in South Korea, I think it's 1,100. In Canada, 1,000.
Wow.
And unfortunately, here in America, it's only 37 or so.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a significant difference.
I know, that's a kind of scary. Anyway, but we are leading the way with some other really great companies, Beauty Counter, who did a great job in creating clean cosmetics and stuff. And we just want to educate women, and we want to give you the choice to, pick what you think is good for you, because once you know it, you can't unknow it.
That's very true. And I think a lot of us forget that our skin is our largest organ.
Exactly.
And that it absorbs everything, not just like lotion we're putting on, but what we're wearing too. So I think that's an important thing for everyone to consider.
Of course. I mean, there are hormone patches, there are nicotine patches, etc., etc. Once you put it on your skin, it's in your body. Yeah. If you, for instance, put dye, whatever, go and get your hair.
Yeah, that too.
Which I supposed to go soon.
Well, it looks great.
Thank you. But if you see that, and if you see what we put on our body, or in our mouth with food or cosmetic, it's like aluminum in deodorants and stuff. I mean, it's still available in stores, and I sometimes can't believe that this is still allowed. I mean, how much more evidence do we need, to react? So it's all a big question. Yeah. So we try to educate women and just give you the choice of picking us. If you have to wear a bra, wear our bra. In general, we say don't wear a bra at all.
If
you don't have to, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I said to many women in Venice Beach. I'm probably the only bra designer who tells you not to wear a bra if you don't have to. And funny enough, in California, of course, lots of the, especially younger women, don't wear a bra.
Yeah, it's becoming more socially acceptable, I think.
Yeah, not sure if we are there yet, but
yeah, not always, especially in the office space, I think. But if you think about it, for how long or how many hours a day you're wearing a bra.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, you're working, 8 to 12 hours a day maybe, and then you still have it on until you shower or go to bed. I mean, so it's interesting.
And there are women who sleep in it.
That's
for
true
whatever
too.
reason. When I lived in Hong Kong, for instance, there were lots of, especially Chinese women in those days, the bras were padded with fiberfill in order to prevent the nipple projection, the no-show promise, nipple penetration, sorry. It's kind of the same. Anyway, but because they were living with big families, large families in a smaller apartment, they couldn't really show themselves as they were. So they slept with their bras on, which is, of course, fatal. Yeah. And there are studies that in communities where women don't wear a bra, there is no breast disease, no overheated breast that gets cysts, for instance. That's something Dr. Joe also tests immediately, how overheated, gets the breast. Or with sports bras, sometimes squish it all together and squish this mammary glands on the lymphatic system that is so fragile, these tiny little lymph nodes, they can't do their job and flush out toxins from your body.
It's really interesting, yeah, if it's constricted for a long amount of time, especially with a sports bra or it's very, very interesting.
Exactly, yeah. If there is a little restriction going on and you obviously can't prevent it, I mean, we don't wear a fur from any mammoth or saber-tooth anymore. We got dressed and shoes and jewelry and lots of stuff is putting restriction on us. But at least we give the lymphatic system then at one point the chance. When we take off our clothes in the evening and come home and put our sweatpants on or whatever or nothing.
Yeah.
Not in Milwaukee, probably.
It's quite cold here now, so.
But if you live on an island, you put your swimwear on anyway, your sarong, and let your body breathe again and feel natural again and let everything work with and engage with gravity, Yeah. You put your arm in a sling and it loses muscle tissue immediately. You tie a string around your finger and it turns red, purple, black.
Because it's restricted, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely makes a lot of sense. So is there a specific event or experience in your personal journey that led you to where you are today?
Well, I guess I'm all my mother. She was beautiful, creative. She knitted and crocheted, and she sewed us beautiful dresses, me and my sister. And I was from very young age on using old sweaters or whatever and turning them into my little monkeys and teddy bears on her sewing machine. And then I went to fashion school. So I think it was very much my mother who planted that seed in me to be like very, very creative, but also very technical. And here in the industry, they talk about technical designers and creative designers. For me, these are people who are probably can draw some nice pictures, maybe get a nice prototype together, but then they're losing it in regards of their technical capabilities. And the technical designers are then more of a pattern maker who very often doesn't really understand the vision of the designers. So it's hard for them to come up with really harmonic and balanced garments because there is no connection, or it's very hard to get that. And I always say to people, I'm the old school bra designer. I've done it all, I've seen it all, especially in my very diverse experience with all the different projects I've worked on. I was exposed to so many different technologies, from bonding to Santoni seamless, up to whatever, flocking, you name it, I've done it. And I create my own fabrics, my own mold, shapes, anything. I've worked with embroidery and lace people and fabric people to create new materials, like in our Vibrant bra is much of the stuff developed specifically according to my direction. And so for me, it all has to be one big picture. If you would have told Leonardo da Vinci he's a technical designer, I think he would have shot you right away with his latest invention. I mean, he could brilliantly design, concept design, and then also execute it and invent it along the way. A lot of fabulous things. I'm not comparing myself with Leonardo, but I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. You cannot just split these two categories, and creative design and technical design. I think that's really, really a big mistake.
Yeah, to have both is necessary, the creative and technical side.
Yeah, you have to be very creative in order to come up with fabulous technical solutions.
So I know you touched upon this earlier, but what are some of the short-term and long-term goals to improve wellness in women's lives with Vibrant?
I think with women, when they wear the Vibrant bra, they feel so much more comfortable and empowered, with not having to constantly think about slipping shoulder straps or poking and irritating underwires. The bra, the way it is designed, is ergonomically correct. It reaches to the side, the cup, it brings everything in from the side, but in a gentle way. It really makes you look slimmer and smooth, and there is no fiddling around, because the straps are anchored in the back in a certain way. So I've heard many times from women when I fitted it that they don't feel anything. They took off literally their underwire bras and put that one on, and I were like, I don't feel anything. Do I wear a bra? And they look down and they put a t-shirt on or something really tight, and they loved it. Yeah.
That's really great. I know I'm wearing one right now, and the straps are definitely positioned different than your standard straps, and a little bit thicker up top. It sits nicely on the shoulder.
Yeah.
I guess so. And it has like nice seaming where it has the structure, if you would, with a wire, but it doesn't have that.
Right. It's the cup inserting seam that is basically covered with a beautiful soft plush tape. And that gives you more definition, and it conforms to your body. And while you have this controlled movement going on, I shouldn't even say controlled, but it is a great movement, and it keeps your girls happy and in place, and you look great. And while you're moving around, this moves with you. And for instance, at the side in the bra, we have this telescopic boning, which is a certain technology I'm using that holds the side nice, straight and smooth and up. But it's moving with you. It will never poke or restrict you.
It's funny, I'm like feeling my bra right now as you talk. Yeah, I can feel like the boning on the side a little bit.
Yeah, it's if you touch it, but you don't feel it on your skin when you wear it.
Yeah, no, it's very soft, because I know some boning, like it can poke through eventually.
Crazy boning. When I arrived here in the States, it was thick, and sometimes plastic pieces 3 times folded, and they were floating in the seam. They weren't even stitched down because they were so massive, and those are caught, and but they float because it's telescopic. It's a certain technology.
Okay, there's lots of technologies, so that's really great. And the seamless you mentioned too earlier. In some of the areas.
Yeah, exactly. So the cup inserting seam there is a nice cushioned, and basically with this plush conforms to your the memory fold, the infrafold of your breast. Basically around your breast base is from the sternum towards underneath your armpits, looks more like a swoosh or like a rounded check mark.
Okay.
So it goes along that area and rather massages your little muscle group that is right there on your rib cage, because it's not only the muscle group coming down from your shoulder towards your breast that is responsible for lift. It's also that tiny little like fingers here on the side of your rib cage that is responsible for lift, and you don't want to interrupt that blood flow there, because you are basically starving and killing those muscles. On top, on the left side, where you usually have your heart, not everybody, but most of the people, there is definitely not a good idea to have the restriction there, especially if the underwire pinches in there, and prevents this electromagnetic field of the heart, which is one of the biggest next to your brain, from not functioning properly. That's what Dr. Eric Weiss really liked.
Wow, that's a fact I did not know.
Yeah,
that's kind of scary, actually, if you're not wearing the appropriate bra, that it could have that effect on you.
Yeah, not a good idea.
So I know you touched on this earlier a bit about wanting to get into more athletic and loungewear, to develop some other options for women. You want to talk more about some of those ideas?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, with the bras, of course, we can go into all different kinds of categories. And I think since lifestyle and everything is changing so much, women are going, hiking, Pilates, yoga, everything. I think it's important to serve all those needs and create with special developed fabrics, a special shaped cup, for instance, to give women the opportunity to wear that bra if they want to for certain activities. Then on the other side, I feel the mastectomy market is completely underserved. These women are very often searching desperately for nice, beautiful bras after they went through this ordeal, and then on the other side you have the maternity garments, nursing bras and stuff like this. Women very often ask me, oh, can I use this for a nursing bra? I'm like, yeah, probably not now, but I will create something, because they have to be like really, really well created. I don't want to meet any mother who tries to breastfeed her screaming baby and just kill me with the bra. It has to be done really nice, and definitely we will do that, yeah. And there are so many more options also for our beautiful first layer in this silk modal quality, maybe even going into merinos and natural fiber combinations to create this really super smart natural combo and clean.
Yeah, definitely.
In all different areas, from loungewear to sleepwear to I use the tops that we have right now for layering it up and using it as an outerwear piece as well. It's really lovely. Our shelf cami with the built-in little bralette allows you to lounge around, hop around, and the girls and it's a very soft approach. Okay, so the girls are very happy.
Yeah, and I like the diversity of the bras too, where you could go to yoga and then go for coffee or go to the office, where you still have that sleek, beautiful looking bra, so you don't feel like you have to change out of a sports bra that doesn't have that same aesthetic to it, where it's very nice. And then also like functional, where women that have had surgeries, like they've had mastectomies, things like that, or scoliosis, they're lopsided. So I think that's really important that a lot of women out there have these additional needs where they don't feel like they can just buy a bra off the shelf. They need a little bit more.
Yes, and especially those women have more of an understanding and body of their bodies, and they have, for instance, a friend of mine in Germany has a disease where she is feeling pain all the time. It's kind of a nerve disease. I don't know what it's called in English.
Okay.
But any restriction, anything on her body basically just drives her nuts. And she wants the bra so badly, and I have to send her one now. I feel I can't wait to hear her feedback, because it's all about how you feel it on the body. And if so many women have told me before, I don't feel anything. So I'm hoping, for instance, that she will be very happy with this. Extremely sensitive people towards restriction or extremely sensitive people towards bad nylons, like cheap materials.
Or
We use
reactions.
exactly. There are lots of people who get a rush from nylon. This is why when they talk about recycled plastic from the oceans, that might be good for shoe soles. Adidas is doing stuff with it, or bags or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Outerwear clothes, fine, but you cannot put it on the skin because you cannot really ensure that all the plastic that's in there, in your fiber, the new nylon fiber, the recycled one, is truly of the highest quality that won't cause any rashes.
Very interesting. It's
Yeah.
all connected. So
Yeah.
I'm glad Vibrant Body is doing their part to provide great clothing so we don't have those issues.
Yeah.
So what does wellness mean to you?
Wellness. Well, I love to just relax and go buy nice food. And just start cooking, get my chef knives out and start cooking delicious stuff. The smells are inspiring me of spices and fresh, herbs or textures of different things. I'm just so happy. I'm very much of a visual and smell person, and that just makes me happy, and I relax. That's wellness for me. And I walk. So give me a dog or a wolf, and I'm up in the woods.
Or a
and
wolf.
then I cook. Yeah, I love
Okay.
wolves. Yeah.
Very nice. And I know you kind of touched upon this, but what is one wellness ritual you would encourage others to do?
I would say just try to empty your mind, go in a happy place, maybe with listening to great music, or take a walk in the woods,
Yeah.
or at the beach, wherever you are. Find the abundance around you, and look at it, enjoy it. It's all there. It's right there.
What is your personal mantra or theme song that gets you into a good state of mind or kind of brings you back to that place?
Yeah. I always, if I'm kind of stressed out again, I cook.
Yes, I do too, actually. Cook and jazz music.
Cooking, yes, jazz is very good. Oh yeah, good jazz, a good tune, always good. Exactly. I always liked Nina Simone, for instance. She was a great singer. And jazz definitely. I have very dear friends in the music industry, and I'm even on one of their.
You are? Do you sing?
One of the, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this about you. Okay. Do you want to sing a little tune for us?
Naughty Heidi. No. I just did some naughty whispering in the background. It was fun.
Okay, that's fun. We'll have to maybe put a bowling. People can listen.
Yeah, he's a great musician. Anyway, so definitely good music, good food, good cooking, like the soul, and going out into the woods, going out in nature, and just enjoy abundance around you. I think that makes me just very happy, and just tell myself everything is fabulous, everything is good, Heidi.
Everything is good.
Everything is good. And then when I'm doing my little Sanskrit mantras, I like the old Nam-myoho Ringekyo.
And what does that one mean?
It's a good question. I feel it is good for abundance around you, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, which is good if you feel like you need to make more money, pay some bills, and you're like, what's going on?
I need to say that one.
I know. So Nam-myoho Ringekyo is good. And when I feel sick and I feel like something is going on with my body, I like the Om Namah Shivaya. I think it's very powerful.
Okay.
Or Ham. I'm basically, I am the I am. So you're basically part of the divine concept. Yes.
I really like that. It's very neat.
I am glad.
So how can listeners reach you?
I guess best is to contact me on the website or through the email there, heidi@vibrantbody.com. I'm always there for questions. If you want to have a private fit session or whatever via FaceTime or WhatsApp or something, I'm always there. Happy to talk.
That's great.
Very passionate.
It's been so great speaking with you today. So thank you so much for sharing your story and all the great things that you're doing with Vibrant Body for women. So thank you again, and thanks everybody for listening.
Thank you for having me. So much fun. I love what you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look into your eyes, I feel sunshine.